Yo, Garrett,
What's up?
you got $100 on you?
No, I'm broke. I'm broke.
Alright, well, I guess we're gonna have to tell you to do with $100 next. Y'all,
Hey, everybody. How's it going out there?
today we back to money. Bread.
Investing.
How to invest $100. Now, we all know everybody ain't rich. It's a good startup, $100. We're gonna have our own individual list. So we will name what we would individually choose to invest $100.
All right. Rios has put together his list of what he'd invest in with $100. I put together my list of what I'd invest in with $100. And a couple of things about the companies. So, Rios, start us off.
All right, my first Main. It's probably gonna be the most expensive on my list. Main Street Capital Corporation. Its ticker symbol was Main, MAIN, 38.99. It's on the NASDAQ. Main Street Capital is a business development company. It focuses on providing customized debt and equity finance solutions. The company's portfolio investments are made to support management buyouts, recapitalizations, growth financing, and acquisitions of companies. It offers alternatives to entrepreneurs, business owners, and management teams. Son, they have a monthly dividend, which is my favorite part of this stock. Every month, you're punching out some bread from this sexy little stock. We had a trailing PE at 1377, and for the forward PE, 1626. These numbers are on point. So it's just a solid stock. It doesn't move. It's been at the same price for a while. Again, that monthly dividend is very sexy. 5.87% dividend payout each and every month. It's broken down through the year, and each and every month you get that dividend. So I personally invest in this stock, and it's my number one recommendation.
All right. So, my number one is General Electric, or GE, as its ticker. Currently, they have their hands in a lot of different things, ranging from renewable energy all the way to hardware such as light bulbs. I'm sure everybody has one in their house. To power plants for jumbo jets. They're part of the Dow Jones Industrial Average. The trading on the NYSE. They pay out quarterly dividends, which is awesome. They closed at 16.89 on the 23rd. And again, it's a good company for long-term growth. I know that they've gone through some downs more than ups recently, but that's why you want to jump in.
It's exactly
now.
Why. You want to jump in right now while the stock is down. People don't get it twisted. Buy the stock while it's down. Right now, this is the price you want this at. Buy now.
You want to buy while it's low because you're going to be selling.
You're going to kick yourself in the ass when G makes a comeback. When they figure things out and they make a comeback, which they will because they've been around, you're going to kick yourself in the ass. This is what you want. This is probably my favorite stock of all of them. GE is a beautiful choice. So with that, my next stock, AMD, the millennials' favorite. Advanced Micro Devices is a global semiconductor company that develops processors and related tech for business and consumer markets.
Let's not also forget their gaming chips. These guys make some serious
I literally did some research on this, and I went to Micro Center. I was looking up processing chips and whatnot. This is the kind of research you want to try and do. So I went to the store, and I went to Micro Center, and I saw the two shelves, and the AMD shelf was sold out. I talked to them, we'll get some on Wednesday. Intel was in full stock. I was saying, that's what I like to see. You're selling, all right? AMD is at $12.94. It's on the NASDAQ. We all know NASDAQ are tech stocks. These are the top tech stocks. They don't pay out a dividend. It's a growth stock. Right now, it's at an affordable price. It's basically the cheaper alternative to Nvidia. I personally am invested in both, but I like AMD because of the potential and the growth. It has it doesn't have a trailing PE, but it has a full PE at 35. It's really got a decent portfolio. The only thing is, it doesn't bring out too much of a profit, but they're not too worried about that. They're just trying to grow right now. So it's at a really good price. This is a really good time to buy in on AMD. It's been at $11 before last year, and it's been around the same price, but it's definitely one of my favorites. It's a millennial favorite, you can say, along with like things like GoPro and whatnot. But it's just a good, solid tech stock that if you want to just stay there for a while, long term.
Funny you mentioned good, because that's the ticker for the next stock that I'm bringing up. Gladstone Commercial Corp. Good is their ticker. Closed at 2008 on the 23rd. Commercial property on a large scale for both single renters and groups of like-minded companies that share campus. They trade on the NASDAQ. These guys pay out quarterly dividends as well. A solid company that deals in huge acres of real estate that they dole out to large companies. These are the guys that when you think, well, Boeing has all of this space, they have all of these hangars. Who would rent Boeing all of the space? Who would lease all this land to Boeing? Companies like Good are the ones that actually go out, get the land, shape it, and present it to companies like Boeing for a lease. And
real estate is something very nice to be into. Very nice.
These guys do commercial property on grand scales like that. They also do grand scales for major hospitals all throughout the United States, and it's just a good, solid company that if you want to see growth as well as dividends, long-term holdings, this is something you want to jump in on now.
My next one, a lot of you know that I love Ford. So my next one is Ford. Surprise, surprise. I didn't want to give it up too much. But Ford Motor Company engages in the manufacture, distribution, and sale of automobiles.
They make cars, folks.
Yeah. If you haven't heard of them, they've been around for a little while, about 100 some odd years. So they've been around the block. They got some experience. People would tell you it would shy you against Ford, but as a beginner, I think it's a solid stock. Right now, it's at $11.96. It pays a quarterly dividend, and their dividend history is on point. They pay their dividends. They haven't shied away from cutting their dividends. It's a good stock, solid stock. Trailing P at 10.86, forward P at 7.38. They've been doing good. They've survived the market. Right now, it's the bad time for cars. It's a bad time for recalls or Tesla's running the game. They're still there. They're still paying their dividends. This is a stock that will go nowhere. They're good to go. And I've been investing in them since the beginning. It's my first stock, and I still invest in them this day.
This is a long-term blue chipper. It's something you want to buy into, hold on, and reinvest your dividends into.
Blue chip, you heard him?
This is a company that, if I recall correctly, was one of the first to come out of the financial hardship of the
Yep, they paid back their money.
They paid back their TARP almost immediately. It's just a great, sound company.
Wonderful investment.
And now we're going to finish up with my last choice, Alaskan Air. I think that pretty much sums it all up right there. Alaskan Air. They closed at $69.47 on the 23rd. They're an airline, folks. They transport people and freight. That's what they do, and they do it rather well. They own the West Coast. They've expanded they expanded onto Cuba. They're flying all over the place. Mexico, Costa Rica.
Great customer service.
Great, one of the best in the industry. J.D. Power and Associates has ranked them number one airline overall for 3 consecutive years, going back to 12, 13, and 14. So that's always a huge deal. They're part of the S&P 500, and they're traded on the NYSE. That tells you something right there. When you're part of the 500, when you're part of those are the big boys.
Yeah.
Right? Those are the guys you pay attention to.
S&P 500 is probably the most successful index throughout history in the stock market. When you mess with the S&P, it's most likely you are a successful company. So anything out of the S&P is really good. This is a really good stock. With that, my next stock is actually Under Armour. Dun, 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 dun.
Wow.
Yeah. I like to see stock. This ticker symbol is UA. It's at 1359. It's on the New York Stock Exchange. Under Armour exchanges in developing, marketing, and distributing of branded performance apparel, footwear, and accessories for men, women, and youth. So if you go to the gym, you play ball, these are one of the guys, you rock climbing, spelunking and shit. If you do white people shit and dive off shit, that works for no reason. This is the kind of stuff you wear. I personally like Under Armour. I love the brand. I like the money. The problem with Under Armour, why it gets such a bad rep, is because globally it's not as strong as Nike, and they don't rely on their footwear. Instead, they rely on their apparel, whereas Nike does the opposite, and Nike is more globally grounded. But Nike's at a $60 price range. Under Armour's at $13.59. It's a good company. It's decent. It's great apparel. I love Under Armour. And we're going to move on to the next one. AOBC. A lot of people don't know about this stock. It's American Brand Outdoor Corporations. $12.39. It's on the NASDAQ. It's supposed to be a technology stock, but American Outdoor Brands Corporation is formerly Smith & Wesson.
They rebranded, folks.
Manufactures firearms. Its products include handguns, long guns, firearm-related products, shit for hunters. Like Smith & Wesson, you've heard of them. Not the rap group. They make really quality guns. They make quality stuff. Right now they're undervalued. All these stocks that I've named are mostly all undervalued except for Maine. They're all mostly undervalued, and that's what you want to look for when you buy stocks. It's at $12.39. So with you don't get a dividend with AOBC. I like the financials. They have a trailing P of 11.19, forward P of 11.80. All right. The book value is at $1.69. This is stuff that you learn once you get into it. They have a profit margin of 8.2%. It's a good company. It's been around also for a long time, for a very long time. It's a big company. It's not extraordinary like Amazon is, but it has a market cap of $670 million. It's solid. It's gonna rebound. We have a Republican president. He likes talking tough. He likes talking war. I want to have some kind of investment in this situation if shit goes down. So if we go to war, they buy guns. Guns is big business. So this is an affordable way to get into it. Right? So that tops out my list for stocks that round up to $100. I'm about $106, give or take, with today's closing. Garrett is a little under $100.
This is definitely the stuff that if you've got $100 in your pocket and you want to get your feet wet in the market, this is the stuff that you want to look at first. All of these companies have a ceiling that they haven't hit yet. All of these companies are poised to move, especially General Electric. especially the rebranded Smith & Wesson AOBC. These guys are all ready to make huge jumps in the market, and
Those are all long-term investments. You want to dollar cost average this out. Every paycheck, 20 here, 20 here, 20 here, 20 here, 20 here, 20 here, 100 here, 100, whatever you can afford. Buy these stocks little by little. You build a portfolio. This is a very small portfolio for $100 that we have given you. 2 different portfolios. Again, my stocks being Maine, AMD, Ford, Under Armour, American Outdoor Brands.
And my portfolio consisting of General Electric, Gladstone Commercial Corporation, and Alaskan Air. The tickers are GE, Good, and Alaskan.
Mines are Maine, MAIN, AMD, F for Ford, UA for Under Armour, AOBC for American Outdoor Brands Corporation. We trying to get rich, kids. We trying to make this money. Invest. Stop giving your money to banks that ain't giving you nothing. Negative returns. That's what you're getting.
Stop hiding your money under your mattress.
And with dividend stocks, what you want to do is reinvest. Every time you get a little 10 cent, little dollar here, little whatever. When you religiously bring in that money you're saving, add it to it, and you can build from that. Reinvest the money. All right? That's how we get compound interest. That's what we're looking for here.
When your dividends hit all at the same time.
That should be sexy.
Whew.
Maine is the only one that you're going to get more every day in, month in, month out, but that's still sexy. All right? Trust me when I tell you that. The rest of them, you're going to get quarterly. It's a good way to get in it. Some stocks like Ford give you special dividends. Special dividends are extra dividends that they'll give in between a quarter. So when you hear special dividends, that means that they need to pay this extra bread because they made a little more than they thought. So they have a history of that as well.
All right.
That wraps this shit up.
Make money, folks.
Hell yeah.